Hi, I'm Katie, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free book review of Beartown by Fredrik Backman. Alright, so if you haven't heard of Beartown by Fredrik Backman, it is a social critique, contemporary adult novel. Fredrik Backman is a Swedish author, so it is translated into English, and the translator does a phenomenal job, in my opinion. So this is a spoiler-free review, but let's just get I like to tell you what I rated it in the beginning. I rated it 5 stars, and it is my favorite book so far of 2019. It might be my favorite book ever? Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. It's up there. It's in the top 5. I have at this point read the sequel, Us Against You, but I don't want to. I have a hard time talking about sequels or like further along books in a series without being spoilery. Until I get better with that, I'm just gonna talk about Beartown. Alright, so I'm trying to think of anything I didn't like about Beartown, and honestly I can't really think of anything. I mean, I guess like the only thing I can think of is it would have been nice if one character in particularly that I really liked had more time. So maybe just like having more time with certain characters. That's like honestly the only negative I can think of. So let's get to the things I loved about this book, which is like everything. I love the huge cast of characters. The Beartown it's in a town called Beartown. It is super cold there. I'm assuming this is in like northern Sweden. Maybe not even northern, but Sweden in the forest. It's called Beartown, so clearly, I mean, that kind of gives you an idea. I think of like mountain foresty town. You know, they have like the central area, they have the fancy suburbs where the richer people live, and then they have a little area that I can't remember. The Barrel, maybe? No, the Barrel, that's from Six of Crows, isn't it? So I don't know. They have some area in town that is like where the poor people live and people discriminate against them. So I love the huge cast of characters. I feel like so many of them were like fleshed out. Even the ones who I wish I got more time with, I thought they were fleshed out perfectly. I think this book and series would make an amazing show. Amazing TV show. And I've heard that it's going to be turned into a TV show, but that's like all I've heard. I haven't heard like anything in addition to that. So I don't know. I don't really want to say the plot, the main, like, controversy, because a major thing happens in the book halfway through the book, and I feel like to share that with you, then you would be like me, waiting for half the book to see, like, what's gonna happen. So I don't want to give too much away, because even though I feel like that's obviously what the book is about, I felt like I was just, because I had heard it already, I was just waiting to see which character it was going to happen to. But basically something bad happens to someone, and it's done by someone who is seen as like a hero, who is basically hero worshipped in this town. So Beartown is a hockey town, and everyone in the town is somehow connected to hockey, whether it's by being a fan, being related to someone on the team, or related to someone that works involving the hockey club. And it is a for-profit hockey club, so they have investors. It's not like, you know, AYSO soccer in the US, you know. It's not like everybody plays organization. It's intense. And even though they have like kids, the boys team, and then the juniors team, and then the A team, which is the adults, it is extremely competitive, and they put a lot of pressure on the junior players. Some of our characters in the book are on the hockey team. Some of the characters in the book are running the hockey team. Other people are just members of the town. And everyone's lives, however, are affected by this hockey team. You do not have to like or give a crap about hockey to enjoy this novel. With that said, as someone who loves hockey, I found it really interesting, and when they did have scenes where there were games being played, I found them really fun. But even with that, you really just need a basic understanding of, like, hockey, which is, like, one team tries to score pucks into one net, the other team tries to score it in the other net. Like, as long as you know that, like, you'll be fine. And as long as you know, like, checking, I think you might want to know, like, what checks are, basically when they pound the crap into each other. But I don't even know how to formally explain that. With that said, you don't have to know anything about hockey or even like hockey to enjoy this book. So the major reason I love this book is it is a social critique of what happens to us as a society when someone we look up to does something horrific, and when someone we don't really care about is a victim of that horrifying thing. How do we treat them? Whether it's empathetically, whether it's like, oh, I'm sad for you, but, like, you're also disturbing our lives by, like, making a big deal about it. Which I don't think is okay. Just saying that. I thought the social critique was amazing. I don't think I've ever highlighted so many quotes in a book in my life. Okay, I'm going to read one of my favorite quotes. I'm going to put in a warning right here. I don't think there is any cursing, but if there is and my students are watching this, there might be cursing. Alright, so this is one of my favorite quotes that I highlighted. This is my Kindle white, paperwhite. Hate can be a deeply stimulating emotion. The world becomes much easier to understand and much less terrifying if you divide everything and everyone into friends and enemies. We and they, good and evil. The easiest way to unite a group isn't through love, because love is hard. It makes demands. Hate is simple. I thought there were so many lines in this book. This is my Kindle. But there were so many lines in this book, Beartown. Hopefully I put it over there, not over here. Actually, I think I usually put it over here. I don't know. There were so many quotes in Beartown that I thought were just as amazing as that, with really putting our society up, like holding us up and being like, yo, this is how we are. This is wrong and we need to change. But I don't feel like it was ever pushed on me as to how we would change. I did feel a lot of the time that Fredrik Backman was making extreme critiques of our society, but I never felt like offended or pressured in any way to think that one certain way would be a way to fix it. If anything, I feel like open-mindedness, communication, and being honest were the things that he was preaching. And I think if you get offended by those three things, then sure, this isn't the book for you. But honestly, if you get offended by those three things, you're probably not on BookTube watching this video. Alright, just for the people who did read the book, I will say my favorite character is Benji. And I think a lot of that happened. Book 2, I like Benji even more. So, yeah. If you haven't read the book, now, whatever, you just know the name of my favorite character. That gives nothing away. The other characters I really liked were Amit. I love Amit. Maya, Anna, and honestly, like, the whole Peterson family, I like them. And Bobo. I like so many of the characters. Also, the bartenderess lady, Ramona, the old lady, she is freaking fantastic. She's my kind of person. Like, she can hang out with me any day. So I hope that's been helpful. This has been my spoiler-free review of Beartown by Fredrik Backman. Right now, my favorite book of 2019, maybe of all time. I don't know. We'll see. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or comments, feel free to comment down below in the comments section. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you later. Bye.